And we're back on day 2 of the Future Stars Cup. Nova Scotia Express playing against Nova Scotia Stars for the second time this weekend in the first of 2 semifinal games to be played today. East Coast Express finished third in the round robin based on tiebreaker formula behind the Nova Scotia Stars, who finished second. These two teams tied in the first game of the round robin. And so both basically looking for a little bit of a jump on the other team here. In the previous game, Express was winning by 2. Nova Scotia Stars got a power play goal with about 1 minute and 40 seconds left and then scored with 10 seconds remaining in regulation to tie it up. And then it was a scoreless overtime period. 3 versus 3 overtime. So here we go. Brady Neal with the puck along the wall. It's pushed off. Puck goes over to the Stars. Comes back across the blue line. Cal Lockley picks it up. Steve Saber lets the pass across. Saber gains the red line. Puts the puck to Cal in the middle. Cal going to the net. Has Meager. Pass across. Just out of reach. Great play there. Net looked open. Good scoring chance. Just failed to connect and execute on that one. Saber behind the net. Then he pushes off the puck. Cal over to support it. Has the puck come off the stick. Cal pinned again against the wall. Now looks the puck coming up the wall. Goes cross ice to Brady Neal. Neal looks to put the puck on net. It's blocked. Puck comes to the corner on Saber. Out to the blue line. Pitch dumped in on net. Picked out by Cam Delaney for start of the night. Wilson now enters the zone, leaves the puck, and we'll get a line change. Puck's dropped back. Flood picks it up. Comes out to the point. Blocked. Max Clark picks up the puck. Goes up the ice. Nice save. No rebound there. Max Clark with the shot. Ian Mopper with the puck. Puts it back into the corner for Werner. Slide on it. Werner on the other side. Falls down. Puck gets by. Max Clark pinches in. Manages to disrupt the play, but can't keep the puck. Puck goes up the top. Reed Pryor's checking. Reed Pryor collects the puck. Picks it up. He's going to go up the ice. Pryor gains the red line. Dumps it in deep, and we get a full line change. Christian line now. For Kirkpatrick. Four-checks the puck. Puck comes back. Out to Neal. Or out to Vincent, sorry. Puck goes up off the wall to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick at the blue line. Tries to get it into Hannon. Gets picked off. Christian tries for forecheck. Knocks the player off balance, but puck gets picked up by O'Coin, who drives into the Express defensive zone. Shot attempt, centering attempt blocked by Reese Vincent. Puck comes out to Kirkpatrick. Gets stripped in the middle. O'Coin now in 1-on-0. Shot, score. Unfortunate turnover there where the puck comes up through the center of the ice. Gets knocked back late onto the stick of O'Coin, who is just about to start a back step. Puts him in 1-on-0 on Cam Delaney. Finds the back of the net. 1-0 for the Nova Scotia Stars with 8:24 remaining in the first period. Still lots of hockey to be played. Stars in the draw. Attempt to put the puck on net, gets blocked. The stick goes flying, and an aggressive net drive here by the Nova Scotia Stars. Referee, I think, warning them not to do that as the puck is going to be covered. Dropped one again by the Stars. Shot from the blue line, hits the post, just barely stays out. Ashton Hannon, center is for Christian. Christian checked up at center. Puck gets turned around. Stars coming back with numbers. Farrell over the Muse. Second pass to Conrad, doesn't connect. Puck back down in the corner. Cycled up the wall. Out to the D. Defense finds player off the half wall. Comes in for a shot. Handled by Delaney. Now Lockwood line will come on. Now Emmett Saber, Margaret Meager, and then Max Clark and Reed Fryer back on defense. Now on the draw. Wins it. Max Clark has the puck behind the net. Tries to put it to Fryer. It's a little too soft to get picked off. Fryer does a good job reacting back and getting to the puck. Puck's on the wall with Saber. Reed comes out with the puck, gets it to Meager across ice. Meager off the stick into the zone. It's going to go right on net. We're just going to cover that and take the face off. Locker on the draw. One clean back to Max Clark. He's going to put that into the corner. Saber behind the net to pick it up. Lockwood comes in. Stick lift. Lockwood gets jammed against the wall. Puck comes out to center. Collected by Clark. Clark ups it for Emmett Saber. Saber loses it in his skates. Puck goes behind the net. Puck centered. Off the wall. Tough one-on-one against Max Clark. Good back check by Fryer. Gets back. Puck down in the corner for the Stars. So Coyne gets the shot off. Coyne was the goal scorer. Managed to get a pass out front. Again, the Stars getting a little bit lost when that puck goes below our goal line. Leaving some guys open. Low. Getting a little too high, a little too much puck watching, I think. Friars. Cycles that puck back. Max Clark. Up the wall. For Jackson Flood. Flood looks cross ice. Sees Saber. Saber at the end of a long shift here. Gets the puck. Drives in. Shot. Save by the goalie. We'll be able to complete the line. 6 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the first period here. Draws won by Liam Brenner to Flood, then to Hayes. Cycles back below the net for Moffat. Moffat comes in, picks up the puck. Puck comes out front. Pass up. Vincent keeps it in, gets it back down low. Puck goes up the wall. Centered. And you're a breakout here. Shot on net, handled by Delaney. Started working along the boards. Pass out front. No room. Vincent up high. Shot in on Delaney, handled in the corner. Stars to their D. Puck that cycle back down low. Goes to Vincent. Vincent jams it up the ice. Gets it up in the center. Shot comes through. Nice save by Delaney as that one finds its way through traffic. Puck gets shipped up the ice. We're going to go for icing. On the draw, wins it over. Neal in the corner in a battle. Puck comes up to the D. Again, shot on net. Rebound there, no Stars there to collect it safely. Puck gets sent back up ice, no icing. Corbin Kirkpatrick picks it up. Centers. Same cushion, quick check there. No ability to make a play on the puck. He comes back up ice. Tough now. Going one-on-one on Nelson. Can't get by. Jasper tries to pass it to Christian. Puts it in his skate. But gets turned back around. Nelson. No pass options here. Everyone's throwing on his back. Nelson goes behind the net. Finds Hannon. Hannon goes low. Puts it back up to Nelson. Nelson. Puck picked up by Jordan Fitzpatrick in the middle. We got a partial breakaway here. Shot saved by the goalie. .3 minutes, 56 seconds left. That's the best chance that it's seen so far on a partial breakaway for Fitzpatrick. Big shot, goalie made a great save. Puck drop. Over to the wall for the Stars. Stars now exit the zone, try to center. Picked up by Matt Spark in the middle. Spark finds ice. Decides to skate it to the blue line and dump it in. Lockery and Meager forechecking. Friars over to try to collect the puck. Gets it under pressure. Makes a pass through to Lockery. Lockery in the middle. Loses the puck to center. Good job by Friars to come in and disrupt that. And the puck goes back to the Stars players. Good work by Cal Lockery and on the back check. Little play here on the boards between Tabor and Friars. Doesn't quite connect. And the puck will be shot ahead. It's going to go off the wall and not be enough for icing. Puck comes back behind the net for Clark. Clark back to Friars. Friars now for Meager. Meager. A little bit delayed on the pass to the center for Lockery. He gets picked off. Puck now dumped back into the zone by the Stars. Puck comes up the wall. 6 check by Tabor. Puck back in. Goes off of the stick into the corner. Max Clark in to get it. Stands on it a little bit. And the puck comes back up the wall for Meager. Meager tips up their player, and we're going to have a power play here for the Nova Scotia Stars on that tipping call from Margaret Meager. Corner. Hayes comes it around the wall. Comes out. Burner manages to get a piece of it. He's got Christian coming with him. Puts it to the center for Christian. Christian shot. Save. Goalie's going to choose to freeze that. Good job by Werner and Christian coming out of the zone. Short-handed. Minute 44 seconds left in the penalty to Margaret Hager. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first period. Still 1-0 for the Nova Scotia Stars. Drop frozen. Christian trying to use his space to get it, can't quite get a piece of it. Stars get it clean and break out of the zone. Titot enters the zone wide. Tries to center. Good stick by Hayes, stops that. Sent down the ice. Christian now in a foot race for the puck. Putting some pressure on the D-man. Puck on the wall. Pass over for Hayes behind the net. Tries to dump that with a high stick, and we'll have a face-off at center. Puck jammed in by Ashton Hannon. Stars trying to come out of the corner. 54 seconds left in the power play. O'Coin coming up the wall. Makes a pass to the middle. Secondary pass. Save by Cam Delaney. Great save by Delaney. That's one of the games so far. For Patrick now. Coming up short-handed. Puts the puck through. Held up at the blue line. No call on the interference. Fans are screaming for it. Puck's reversed. Some words being exchanged by the parents here. Puck's thrown in front. Delaney will just find it and jump on it. .14 seconds left on the power play. 44.7 left in the period. Let's look at this still off these last 14 seconds. Get bigger out of the box. Puck comes out to the point. We get a shot. Blocked out front. Puck comes back behind the net. Referee's in the way. Player gets tripped up. Penalties about to expire. Meagher's out of the box. Puck comes out. Meagher passes through the middle. Puck taps telegraph a little bit and gets picked off. Foul locked in now. Battling for the puck. Gets across the line. Meagher loses it on her stick. Puck comes back again. Lockery in. Looks to go to the net. Can't get by the defender. Tries to pass to Friars. Goes off the skate and out. 4 seconds left in the period. This is going to expire before anything can happen here. And that will be the end of one here. 1-0 for the Nova Scotia Stars. Press with a couple of quality chances, some good saves on the other end, and Cam Delaney with a huge save as that penalty was about to expire. Keep this a 1-0 game. Burner line on to start the period here. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. What's up? Moffat, now to Hayes. Hayes to Vincent. Vincent back across for Moffat. Bouncing puck in, manages to knock it down. Enters the line, but Flood just a bit offside. Good sequence there off that face-off win. Shot by Werner. Comes to Vincent. Vincent up the wall. CDD pass. Pass up through the middle. Shot in. Going to hit a body and go wide. Hayes up the wall for Moffat. Moffat brings that back underneath for Hayes. Hayes now coming up the wall. Looks for Flood in the middle. Can't find him. Flood will just dump that in. Go for a change. Neal up the ice. Puts it on net, or towards the net, but not on it. So Stars enters 2-on-1 on Neal. Neal dives to take the pass away. Shot goes high and wide. Back there to the point. Hits the body. Stick in front. Stops the puck. Another shot from the point. No deflection. Looking for it there out front. Doesn't quite get a piece of it. Battle in the corner here. We've got Nelson and Kirkpatrick. Puck comes out to Christian. Christian goes wide for Cannon. Cannon enters the zone. Shot on net. It's going to be handled by the goalie and glove. Face off now for the offensive zone. Autry on the draw. Puck is strummed in the middle. Stars pick it up, coming through. Tipped around Reed Flyers. He's in a foot race back. Takes his man down with a skate. And that's going to be a penalty for tripping for Reed Flyers. Interference, actually, he's calling it. Go to the box here for 2 minutes on the interference call. Lockray and Meager here to kill. Stop. Picked up by Hayes in the corner. Fired up the boards, but not out. Puck goes to the corner. Behind the net, centering pass. Hits a stick, and Max Burke gets it to Meager, who gets it out of his zone. Lockray now in a race to try to get to the puck. Hooked up, and we get a penalty call. That'll get us back to 4-on-4 hockey with 1 minute and 39 seconds left in the Reed Fire penalty. 9 minutes and 40 seconds in the second period. So we're in even strength here for about 1 minute and 39 seconds. We'll have a short 21-second power play. See if we can make something happen here. Bury the guy in the box for the start. Puck drops, come in the middle. Picked up by Meager. Comes to the wall. Pass up to the player exiting the zone, but stopped up by Max Spark. Still in the battle here. Spark manages to fire it in, hits McWilliams, and stays high in the zone. Meager now on the wall, battling for a puck. Tipped ahead by Hayes. It's going to be off a body and still into the zone. A little fan on the puck here. Comes to the middle. Shot. We'll make it 2-0 for the Nova Scotia Stars in the second period here. I'll scramble that center. Handing in to get it. I'll come down in the corner for Christian. Christian looks for Hayes. Hayes, shot, save. Great scoring chance by Express here. Vincent for Christian. Christian's just going to fire that into the zone along the board. Hayes in to get it. Gets it to the corner, but it goes to the middle to the stick of the Nova Scotia Stars player. Puck comes out of the zone. On the stick of Vincent. Vincent moves the puck ahead. It's going to go on net. They're just going to freeze that, take a draw in their zone. Still 4-on-4 for 18 seconds. Looks like we had a bit of an internet issue there for a few moments. I apologize if you missed any of the action here. Looks like things are stabilizing now. Not seeing any more drop packets, so it's an issue with too many people online on the Wi-Fi maybe. Puck comes out of the zone. Won by the Stars. Going to take Brady Neal wide. Brady drives the player into the corner, now behind the net. No one looking at the player out front. Keeps his guy inside. Going to control that puck. Express now on a short power play for 15 seconds now. Two bodies go to the wall. Cal Lockery picks it up. 3-on-2. 8 seconds left of the power play. Cal drives wide. Looks out front. Passes across to Hannon. Gets a piece of it, but it's in his skates and he can't get a clean shot on net. By the time he does, the goalie gets across to stop it. Christian now. Shot. Handled by the glove of the Nova Scotia Stars goalie, and we are back to 5-on-5 play. Fire wins the puck back. Moffat in to get it. Gets tipped. Goes on to Neil's stick, and he fires that back into the zone. Puck behind the net. For Flood, can't handle it. Puck comes back out. Stars exiting the zone with speed. Jasper Nelson slows his man down. Gets tangled up. Puck gets picked up coming into the zone. Shot on net. Goes wide. Puck goes off the skate, out to the zone. Moffat gets a piece of it, can't get it out. Back down low. Shot, save. Rebound comes out. Moffat gets a stick on it. Goes to the defenseman. Oh! We got a player punching Jasper Nelson in the face here. Jasper goes giving a little shove back, but it looks like it's best to go into power play here. No, both are going to go to the box here. 2 minutes each for roughing. Nelson and Lehman serving 2 minutes each. Stay 5 on clock. We'll change up the lines here. So Patrick's playing center for Meager and Faber. Shot comes in, saved by Delaney. So Patrick now moves the puck up for Faber. Faber tries to center for Meager, just out of reach. So Patrick underneath, picks it up, moves that up for Meager. Meager tries to enter the zone. We're coming back through. Friars. Sees Meager. Meager picks it up on the blue line, comes off her stick, but she manages to get it out. So Patrick in on the pressure. Puck gets tipped off the wall. Coming back into the express zone. Players just allowed to walk in and shoot on that. Not sure what they were thinking. Pointing at each other on who was going to take care of the puck carrier, and nobody ended up picking him up. 5:33 left in the second here. Still 2-0 start. Delaney having a good game so far. Lockery on the draw. Brings it back for Vincent, but the Stars player gets there first. Tough to the defenseman. Shot. Blocker save. Picked up by Hannon behind the net. Hannon to Hayes. Puck comes back into the zone, behind the net. Pass out front, shot, save, rebound to the slot. Blocked on the second attempt. Lockery up for Christian, it's just out of reach. And it went between his skates almost. Puck comes back for Hayes. Hayes to Vincent. Vincent to Lockery. Lockery to Christian. Lockery, Christian, and Hannon on the line together right now. Puck goes behind Vincent. It's picked up. Player will look to pass out front. Tries to get a piece of Cam Delaney's pad there. Cam doesn't fall for it. Manages to allow the puck to go to the corner. Hannon gets tied up. Over to Hayes, over to Vincent. Vincent sends it in on net. It's going to be stopped and frozen by the goalie. And we will get a line change with the Werner line coming on. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left in the period. After that whistle, our coincidental minors will be released. Takes off one by Werner, comes out for Friars. Friars sends it to Moffat. Moffat sends it into the corner for Werner. Back behind the net for Flood. Picked off by the Stars players who go D to D. Moffat into forecheck, takes his man down. Battling for the puck in the corner. Burner now sends it back down for Moffat. Moffat picks it up behind the net. Going to center that for Flood. Gets tipped away. Flood up for Friars. Friars down to Moffat. Moffat walks out. Tries to hit Friars on the give and go. Gets picked off. Lone Stars player attacking 1-on-4 here. They need to keep the puck along the wall. Puck comes back down below the goal line for Friars. Friars. And they elect to skate this one out of the zone. He has ice in the middle. He's going with speed. Pass across to Moffat. Moffat down to Flood. Flood shot, score. The Friars on the wall. Passes it across to Moffat. Moffat sends it down for Flood. Flood backhand enters the net. 2-1. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second period. Sorry about the camera angle on that. It was not quite as turned as I thought. It was as far as I thought it was. So Patrick on the draw. From Meager. He's going to push that ahead across the blue line, picks up the Stars. He's going to send it back out. That comes back into the zone. Up the wall for Tuff. Meager there to forecheck, or to back check, and sends it back into the zone. Puck put to the weak side, but Hayes is just pinching in to pick it up, gets it down for Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick seizes the puck, and the Stars will exit the zone. 2-on-3. Entering the zone. Good stick by Kirkpatrick to disrupt the play, and then Clark tries to send that over to Tabor, who can't quite get a stick on it. Icing is waved off, however. Good job by Tabor forcing the situation back. Puck comes up the wall. Point. First goal scorer. Passes across. And just slants around the crease. Nobody there to defend, and the puck does not go in. Delaney completely down and out on that one. Surprised the puck stayed out, but good for us. Hey, touch ring. Back through Hannon. Shot. Saved by Delaney. Puck goes to the corner. Puck's going on the wall. Puck back around for Hayes. Hayes just going to dump that ahead. That's going to go for icing. Hayes just tries to put that on net. Wants to get the icing call to get a change here. Audrey Christian and Hannon on the ice. Christian takes the draw. Draws scrum. Puck goes up the wall around Hannon. Shot on net. Doesn't go, but finds a player down low. Puck cycled into the corner. Christian in to retrieve it. Nelson's lost his stick a couple times here in the last couple of seconds. I'm not sure if something's going on with his handle or if it's just getting knocked out of his hands. Fires into the corner. Nelson in to help. Puck stays in the corner. Fires up the wall for Lockery. Lockery puts the puck on the wall. Send that over for Hannon. Hannon will pick that up and into the zone. Hannon brings the puck down below the net for Lockery. Lockery picks it up along the wall. Gets cross-checked. Lockery on the boards behind the net. Gets stumped by his man. No call. Puck comes up the ice. Cannot get by the skate of Jasper Nelson. That's picked ahead for Lockery. Lockery now around his man. Gets tied up. Can't get to the puck. Christian comes in and frees him up. Then he retrieves it in the corner. 29 seconds left to play. Puck comes up the wall. Friars jamming it back down. Still on the stick of Friars. Friars finds the puck, walks the line. Puts it across to Nelson. 15 seconds. Shot towards the net. Doesn't go. 12 seconds. Puck stepped in by Friars. Pumped back into the corner. close to too many men here. As Flood jumps on, Christian shoots. Goes high and wide. So, 1-goal game here with the third period to play. Not unfamiliar territory. This has been a situation most of this season, spring season, with all of our tournaments. Games have been very close. Good competitive division this year. And we're looking to tie this one up. 12 minutes to go. Flood with the goal to bring us within one, assisted by Moffat and Reed Friars on that one. Looks like we're still having network issues, and I apologize for that. I'll upload a clean version of this game after. For now, you're sticking it out, and thank you very much for watching. And otherwise, we'll get you a good quality version of this game so you can enjoy it at home. By Delaney, puck's pushed to the weak side of the net. Comes off the stick of Hayes. Hayes now exiting the zone with speed. Hayes gains the blue line. Gonna look to shoot the puck towards the net. Goes wide. Puck into the corner. Saber picks it up off the wall. Sends it back for Clark. Clark shot on net. Into the glove of the goalie, and he'll just hold on to that. Goalie's been freezing everything in sight in this game. For some reason, the clock is still running. Clock's reset. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. Draw one by Kirkpatrick. Back to Clark. Clark puts it across ice for Tabor. Tabor below the goal line in the corner. It's turned back. Meager in to collect it. Puts it towards the net for Kirkpatrick. Goes wide. Clark in the pinch. Holds the puck in. Gets pinned against the wall. Pushed down in the corner for the Stars. Meager into forecheck with Tabor. Puck comes up the wall. Going to Hayes. Hayes picks it up off the wall. Puts it towards the net. Blocked. Puck comes up the ice. It's the center. News now, one-on-one against Hayes. Hayes slows him down. Keeps the puck contained in the corner. Comes back out. Goes to the front of the net, but nobody can get a stick on it either way. And it just kind of loosely falls out. Shot now by the Stars. Saved by Delaney. Pass comes out. Shot. Goal. So that one there, puck below the goal line. Everyone's kind of paying attention to the puck. Nobody sees the Stars player cutting through as that puck is just thrown to the front of the net, lands right on his stick just nicely, fired underneath the pads of Delaney. Scrum. Christian back to retrieve it. Under pressure. Puck's lost in the corner. Moves up the wall. Christian picks it up. Sends it to the defenseman. He's back into the zone. Stars all over the puck right now. Comes back out. Friars gets it to Hannon. Hannon will gain the blue line. Splits the two defenders. Sends it back out front for Friars. Very similar to what just happened. Puck stays out. Comes back for Nelson. Shot. Hits the body. Stars collapse well after the puck comes back up top. Very similar situation to what happened down on this end on the third goal. With Friars getting in tight, trying to jam that under the pads. Stars goalie makes the save. Puck's turned over to Nelson. Nelson now coming up ice. Gains his own. Puts the puck by. It's going to go on net, and it's going to just be frozen. Further line with Neal and Vincent. Puck comes back to Neal. Neal puts that towards the net. Just wide. Then Zach there can't fit. Then Zach there can't fit around the stick of Max Clark. Clark over to get it, puts it up the wall on the blue line. Shot, saved by Delaney. Delaney's going to elect to freeze the puck on this one. Draws from against Kirkpatrick. Eventually won by the Stars. Stars will put the puck up the wall. Shot on net, saved by Delaney. Goes to the weak side of the net, but put out of harm's way by Carter Hayes. It comes up the wall, jumps over the defenseman's stick, and we are now in the neutral zone. Buckles get dumped back in, and the Stars will go back in on the forecheck. Hayes puts the puck up the wall for Tabor. Can't get by. Puck now on the stick of Muse. Comes in, tries to shoot. Stands on it a bit, goes off of Margaret Meager's skate. Checked in the corner by Corbin Kirkpatrick. Meager now pinned against the wall. Kirkpatrick tips, no call. Cycles right behind the net for Hayes. Back behind the net again for Clark. Picked up by Meager. She'll go down low. Looking to find some ice. Finds ice to exit the zone. Meager will carry that over the blue line. Sent to the middle, but nobody there. 3-on-2 here. At the top, just out of reach of the Nova Scotia Stars player. Tries to put that out to the D. Picked up by Hannon. Hannon, 2-on-2 with Lockery. Loses that puck just around the defenseman. Lockery in to get it. Lockery working in the corner. Lockery comes up to the wall to Nelson. Nelson goes D to D to Friars. Friars, shot to the net. Doesn't go. Puck comes back up the wall. Just to the red line and dumped in by the Stars, who will go for a line change. Delaney out to stop the puck behind the net. And we'll have Friars coming up the ice. Friars gets jammed up. Caught against the wall. 2-on-1 against Nelson. Puck goes to the front. Shot. Goal. Friars pinned on the wall on that one. I don't think Nelson realizes it's a 2-on-1. Aggressively goes after the puck. And the puck manages to get its way through. A breakaway beats Delaney for the fourth goal of the game by the Stars. Werner brings the puck to Flood. Flood in a battle along the wall. Gets the control of the puck and dumps it in. Puck comes up the wall to a point. Center pass goes off of Delaney's pad and it's frozen. Puck comes up the wall. Moffat there to get it. Puck shot back in. Goes to Flood. Flood just elects to dump it out of the zone. In the foot race with Werner. Puck goes behind the net. Werner in the forecheck. Moffat getting to the wall of support. Gets a piece of it. Holds the puck in. Puck comes back down the boards. Goes to the opposite side. Flood over with Werner. It comes up the wall and out. This is the stick of Jackson Flood. It's going to be regrouped by the Stars in the neutral zone here. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left in the game. Flood forechecks the puck. Manages to keep it in and to give us a line change. For Patrick now. Along the boards. Puck gets dumped in. Hits the body and goes wide. Max Stark in the battle in the corner. Doesn't come up with it. Tipped by Carter Hayes in front of the net. Margaret Meager out to try to forecheck that. Corbin Kirkpatrick now. It's the puck. Takes a move up to the blue line. Meager now in the collect the puck. Takes a hold of it, but it's blocked by Milk Stars player. Stars exit in the zone. This is the puck ahead. Clark loses the puck in the neutral zone. Kirkpatrick picks it up. The nice hand-eye play. Hayes dumps the puck into the corner. Shot off the stick. Max Clark in. Shot on net. Frozen. 3 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third period here. Express looking for 3 goals in the next 3 minutes to be able to move forward to tomorrow. Sam Delaney. 6 on 5. Comes back. And shot. Handled by, plugged down by Christian. So comes back up. Nelson. Shot. Hits the body. We're going to have the net empty. We need to find shooting lanes. The puck's just to the ice. Sent down the ice. Again, 3 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock now. 6 on 5 here. Express with Sam Delaney being pulled from the net. With 3 minutes to go. With 3 goals in 3 minutes. Christian on the draw. Draws scrum. Referee having a conversation. The timekeeper. 5 seconds taken off the clock. Face off. Puck drop. Kirkpatrick tries to go back for Nelson blindly, and now we're in a foot race. We're going into forecheck. Nelson collects it. Sends it back for Friars. Friars, long pass up the ice, picked off. Gonna go offside. Timeout. Express.
You guys in the same field?
2 minutes and 39 seconds left here in the third period. Express looking for 3 goals to try to tie this one up, push it to overtime. Goalie's been pulled. Face off in the defensive neutral zone. Delaney's going to go back to the net briefly while we see if we gain control. Kirkpatrick ready to go out the door if we gain control of the puck. Christian on the draw. Drop. Won by the Stars. Stars going to dump that into the zone. Nelson on the puck. Comes to the line. Shot towards the net. Blocked by Friars. Puck's lost in Friars' skates. Picked up by Nelson. Nelson's going to give that away in the neutral zone. Comes back in. Friars now. Looking for the long pass. Again, stopped by the Stars. Dump back into the zone. We need a clean zone exit here so we can get the goalie out. We're looking for the stretch pass every time, and it's not going to work for us if we don't set it up properly. Puck kept in the zone by the Stars. Nelson over to Hannon. Hannon out of the zone. Gives it away. Puck shot in towards the net, and it goes off the post and out. That will be pricing. Burner line on. With Kirkpatrick. Ryder and Nelson. Puck draws scrum. Come up the wall. Nelson in the collector. Friars. Looking for a pass. Sends it up the wall for Flood. Flood can't get it out. Looking for Burner. Burner just sends that around the wall. Picked up by Nelson. Nelson sends it up to Moffat. Moffat back to Nelson. Nelson over to Flood. Flood gains his own. Gets it to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick centers. Picked off by a player on the Stars. 1 minute remaining in this period. Out to Friars. Friars shot goes wide. Over for Nelson. Nelson puts that down the wall for Werner. Werner centers for Flood. Flood can't get a hold of it. He's got a hook up. A diving play by Nelson to keep the puck in with 40 seconds remaining. Flood on the wall. Gets it up for Nelson. Puck comes out. Picked up by the Stars. And we're going to have a tripping penalty to Jasper Nelson with 30 seconds remaining in the third. Leaguer and Tabor here for the final 30 seconds of the period tried to prevent this from becoming a 5-1 game. Comes back to the Stars. Stars. Shot blocked by Tabor. Tabor brings it around the back of the net. Puck goes in the corner for the Stars. Stars looking for centering pass. Gets there, can't get the shot off. 11 seconds, 10 seconds remaining in the period. Puck just comes into the corner. Vincent is there and plays. Good quick check, keep the puck out. Puck comes back and it's shot in. Scores with 0.1 seconds remaining on the clock. Just a scrambled play. Candelaney is down and out. Puck crosses the line just as time is about to expire. And that will be a 5-1 victory for the Stars in the semifinal game of the Superstars Cup. Unfortunately, that's the way that our tournament will end. This is a team that we played to a 2-2 tie in the first game of the round robin. And they came out looking like they just wanted it a little more than we did. A couple of scrambled plays in front of our net resulting in goals against. And a couple of times that we allowed players to drive through, kind of unchecked. And that's the story of the game here. Liam Burner, player of the game honors in the last game of the tournament. Liam had a great game. Number 16, player of the game for the Stars. Not sure on the name. Maybe we'll get it on the back of the jersey here. Hopkins. Hopkins Player of the Game honors for the Stars. So thanks again for tuning in all weekend, everybody. This is the last tournament for the 2014 Express team this season, and I guess we'll see you next year. Anyone interested in coming and seeing more games being streamed by us? We will be at all the Rapids games at home and maybe some away as well. So come out, check them out, and we'll see you next